Hi friends, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie if you're new here, and today I'm so excited to share with you ILNP's new Sweetheart Bundle. This is a little trio that consists of 3 different finishes that are perfect for Valentine's Day. So let's just get into the swatches. The first polish is Heart to Heart, a white crelly filled with red, pink, and purple metallic flakies. I think this is actually one of their speckled polishes, like from some of the previous spring collections. But yeah, at first this one totally reminded me of peppermint bark because I just thought it was red metallic flakies in the white base, which is cute, but just not really seasonal. So I am glad that there's the purple and pink in here to help shift it away from a holiday shade and more into a cute Valentine's Day one. So formula-wise, this had a really great coverage. Even though it is a white crelly, it was still pretty pigmented, so it built up nicely for me in 2 coats, which I was pretty surprised by because my nails are getting longer and I thought I would have needed a 3rd one. And I guess you still might if you do really thin coats, but for me, this was perfectly fine in just 2. Next up, we have Holding Hands, a dainty, cool-toned pink holographic jelly. So ILNP makes some amazing holographic jelly formulas, and this one is no exception. It's just so smooth and just really glides onto your nail. The holo in this is like a very tiny micro glitter, so it's just these little delicate flecks of rainbow. It doesn't stand out too much like some of their other holo micro flakies, for example. So I feel like the scattered effect in this one just makes it look so dainty and elegant, especially on 1 coat. So here I am building it up in 2, and you can see that the color starts to build up a little bit more and it gives it that nice kind of bubblegum pink kind of look, which again is really cute, but I just don't normally gravitate towards cool leaning pinks. But I really do like this one, I think mainly because of the jelly formula. Just having that little bit of squishiness makes it a little bit more wearable for me, as well as having that little delicate sprinkling of holo. It's just so cute. And rounding out the trio is Be Mine, a deep raspberry base with a pink magnetic pigment and a dash of silver metallic flakies. I feel like there's also a bit of gold in this. I'm not sure if it's the magnetic pigment that shifts to gold or there's just a gold shimmer in here, but I also see some gold. I just couldn't really pick it up on camera that well. But anyway, this one has another great formula, just like the other magnetics we've seen from ILNP. So on the first coat, it does have really nice coverage, but as you can tell, it is still a little bit jelly-ish, so it's not exactly a 1-coater. But I still really love this raspberry red kind of base color. I think it's just so beautiful because it just kind of wants to be a little pink, and having that pink magnetic shimmer is just, again, so perfect for the holiday. I know I mention this all the time with ILNP magnetics that I just really love the addition of those little flakies or holo specks, whatever they add, because it just makes it so much more interesting, in my opinion, to have all of that in the base outside of just the magnetic shimmer. So this one is definitely my favorite from the trio. Now for comparisons, I wanted to do a quick side-by-side of Holding Hands and Playdate, which is another one of ILNP's holographic jellies that came out last summer. So obviously they're not even close color-wise. This is more so to show the difference in their formula, where Playdate is way more packed with those irregular flakies and a little bit more of a jelly formula as well, where it needed 3 coats for full coverage, and Holding Hands is more scattered and subtle. For Be Mine, I wanted to show it next to Holo Taco's Love Spell from their winter collection a couple months ago. These look incredibly similar in the bottle, like they have almost the same exact base and magnetic shimmer, but I don't think there's holo flakies in Be Mine. So I also wanted to compare it next to Cirque's Kinetic, which is their red magnetic from a couple years ago, but it doesn't really have a multi-chrome shimmer or any extra flakies or sparkle. So on the nails, you can see that ILNP and Holo Taco are actually a lot more different than they look to be in the bottle. There's definitely more of a multi-chrome shift in Holo Taco that shifts from red to purple, and the base is a lot darker too. Cirque actually looks a little more similar, especially with its magnetic pigment where it's this delicate pink kind of color. But again, ILNP's shimmer shifts to gold, and there's also that metallic flaky outside of the magnetic as well. So to me, this feels like a perfect in-between kind of shade. And here they are with a velvet effect. You can see that Cirque is definitely the weakest one, and Be Mine is pretty much in the middle. Obviously, Holo Taco has such an intense effect here, and again, you really get like that multi-chrome shimmer, so I'm definitely curious to know which one of these three you like the most. So that wraps up my swatches and comparisons for ILNP's Sweetheart Bundle. As always, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this little drop because I think it's just super cute. I mean, I know it can be a fine line between being this like marketing ploy from brands where they're just putting things out on holidays and kind of like engaging in the whole hyper consumerism. That can be like its own separate video, but I generally use nail polish as like an exception to that because I'm just gonna be biased towards wanting more nail polish. So generally, I am a fan of these. I think these shades are just really cute, even though I don't find them terribly unique to what ILNP already offers, but they're a great option if you don't have any ILNP and you're a fan of Valentine's Day. So let me know any and all thoughts that you have down below so we can chat about it. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.